Hello there, tenacious crew. We are going to try to make a guide for the Calcastis special mission in Phase 2. First, I think what was important to me, at least, was to kind of go over Jedi Cal's kit. I'll be honest, with so many new kits coming out, new characters, and the kits are getting lengthier and lengthier. Sometimes I just kind of get the gist of the new characters thing, and I don't really look too much into it. But with this one, there are a lot of I think little things that are kind of important. So once I once I was able to kind of understand it better, I think the mission made a lot more sense. So we will start with the Jedi Survivor unique. The one important thing, I think we all know that he needs to get to 30 stacks to insta-kill. But how does he get to those 30 stacks of Impetuous? Well, first, when he gains a configuration, he gains 5 stacks. Meaning, even if he stays in the same configuration, he still will gain 5 stacks. But we want to get to the new configuration as soon as possible. So let's look at the rest of the mechanic. The basic, he always uses the basic first, which is dispels the buffs, and then he will use one of those 3 abilities. At first, only 2 are available, the slam and the defense. So with the slam, let's look what it does. It will inflict armor shred, can potentially daze, and stun. Armor shred is unresistible, and so it will always apply. I don't think I was really able to get the potency high enough for the daze and stun, but armor shred will really help build up. Once you build it up, like 2 up to 4, I guess, then it will really help bring down some of those targets. But if we look up, so if he did not have a configuration, he will gain 5 more stacks. So basically, if we switch to a new configuration, he will gain 5 from the ability and 5 from the unique. So he will gain 10. And we need to get to the 30, preferably as soon as possible, so that we can insta-kill one of the targets in the wave, and then just, deal with the other one through armor shreds. So that's the first one. The second, the defense. What it does, it also does the stacks, but it gives protection up and riposte and retribution. So this is normally, fine or whatever. Maybe useful, maybe not useful. But the problem with the retribution and riposte combination for that mission specifically is if he counters and the IPD is taunting, or even IPD attacks Jedi Cal, he will take the counter. Since the riposte hits under protection, the counter will take the IPD below 100% health. And what does that mean? That means that IPD will explode. And that's how I lost my Cere, I think, every time I played. Which, again, could be my bad on the modding. Maybe she needs to get her modding updated, but I just run her in the same kind of like a slow build that I run for my PvP. So anyway, this one, so due to this interaction, we kind of want, ideally, for him not to stay in this configuration for too long. And once you insta-kill the first character, you probably don't even need to switch to it. You can just spam armor shreds on the remaining target to avoid the IPD from exploding. Anyway, and the last ability, Assault, well, that's the one with the insta-kill. As we can see, the first time it's used, instantly defeat the enemy. Again, I'm not sure if I was able to, inflict other debuffs, but it has some other, abilities that effects that it does. But what's most important for us is that it's the insta defeat on the first use in that wave. So we want to build up to, and let me go back, and it can only be used once he's at 30 stacks. So we need to build up to 30 stacks, insta kill the main target, or if they're like similar, I guess doesn't really matter, whichever, and then just spam armor shreds and try to not stay in this ability, the dual wield, in a stance dual wield that's granted by the windmill defense. So I think basically that's what's important as far as his mechanic. Now let's hop into mission itself and let's look at the modding first. Cere, we have I just have the regular GAC modding for her, which could be too slow, but that's just the way I run her. 157 speed total, all health mod sets, 4 health primaries, and we try to get a lot of health on the secondaries. She does die usually, but I think I've been misplaying up until this point because I haven't really thought through the IPD interaction. So let's hope that with the new understanding of the kit, we can do it better. And Jedi Cal, we have a good amount of speed, 310. Also, all health mod sets. Speed on the arrow, we have 3 health primaries, and we're trying to get a decent amount of protection, protection again, some offense if possible, health again. Just kind of I think the best way to go about it is just try to survive with Cal. And let's hop in the battle. So again, our goal is to get to 30 stacks as efficient as possible. So here we start with the basic. Let's go with this one first. So we went with the defense ability first because we are hoping to switch to the first stance. Okay, and now let's target the other, and we go back to the one with the riposte. Okay, that went well because the other trooper was taunting at the time, so we did not attack the IPD. So IPD did not get brought down below 100% health. Let's see, probably let's just heal ourselves up. Okay, and I think now what we'll do is we will just basically spam armor shred on the remaining trooper. So we're not gonna change stances Oh, I guess we do need to change stances to apply more armor shred. But let's go to the third stance. We'll try to avoid the one with the riposte. Although our cal got a little low here. All right, so again, we're at 0 stacks. So we start with, we'll target the Purge Trooper and we will do the riposte. We'll dispel the IPD taunt and we'll do the armor shred on the Purge Trooper. Now we are 20 stacks. Okay, let's do this. All right, our cal is not doing all too well. We will need to go to the riposte. But I think now we might have got IPD below the 100% health. Yeah, so IPD is going to explode, but we did survive. Now we just need to make sure it doesn't happen again. All right, so we're going to switch to the first stance, apply another armor shred. Let's do basic and let's see, what does this do? They do heal up, but let's not do that just because we cannot afford the riposte again to to get IPD explosion. So let's heal up here and dispel. Now we can do the first ability again, another armor shred, and let's switch to the third stance, and we got it. So this time everybody was able to survive. Well, everybody, both Cere and Cal. I think if I can find another video where I misplay it, I still win, but I think IPD ends up exploding twice, and Cere dies. But Cal actually in the other ones stayed pretty healthy. So I think, again, maybe there's a more optimal way to play it, because Cal did get pretty low in this run, which never happened, I think, before. So I guess there's some kind of a type of a trade-off. If we do that defense special that gives us the stance with the riposte and retribution, I think it gives him a lot of protection up, and so he's gonna stay healthier, but then there's a chance that IPD is gonna get countered and will explode, thus hurting Cere. Another thing, I can probably try to get Cere faster, just so that she can heal more frequently, because I don't think having her that slow is beneficial for this mission. Anyway, let's look at the run that is less than optimal. And here we are with the run that went, well, different. Again, like I said, it ends up being a win, but we'll lose Cere. However, Cal is never in danger. So, maybe that is just as good of my initial suggestion. So anyway, here, just like in the previous one, we'll start with the riposte, because we know that we will be able to dispel. First of all, dispel IPD, and we'll switch to the armor shred plus stance before IPD can attack us and we counter. So continue alternating between the first stance and here we got. Well, actually, yes, that's not a different way. I actually stayed in the first stance, and here it's not gonna apply armor shred if we are stay in the same stance. But basically, just stay in the turn longer. It will take us one turn to get to the amount, but it also prevents us, I guess, from staying in a riposte retribution that might trigger IPD to blow up. So again, it's taken longer, but it could be just as valuable. And now we're just trying to stack armor shreds, and we'll alternate here between the assault, the third special, and that's another mistake. I mean, it's good that IPD had hurt the special coming up, and I didn't smack Cal. But here, I think that's when I'm going to be able to use the assault special, and we nuke. It's not annihilate, but there's enough damage to take out the remaining trooper. Here we start with the report again. So we're 10 stacks with Dispel IPD, and we get the armor shred on the trooper, and now we will be at 20. I believe this is where I play it differently, as instead of switching to the riposte again, I just stay in the armor shred, in the first stance. That gives armor shred if you switch, but it doesn't give armor shred for us in this case because we're staying the same one. So yeah, here we're at 25 stacks, and they kind of going at Cere. So that's the disadvantage of using that approach, which I guess it wasn't really an approach, because now I'm back in the riposte. That's a mistake. And I'm just at the 30 stacks now. So I guess if we want to go with the approach of poison riposte retribution, then we should have just stayed in the first stance to begin with. Because we were 25, we would have gotten an extra one, and we would have been able to nuke second sister without the fear of droid exploding. But even then, here Cal is very helpful. We lose Cere, but I don't think he's in any danger of dying, even though he takes IPD below threshold and it exploded up. He has so much protection up, and we're still winning. So two different ways to play it. I think modding is really important because I didn't play it correctly in this situation, and I still was able to. So hope this video helps, and good luck.